goes down, everybody? We're back again with another video for you guys. This is my what if short titled What If I Wrote the Fear TWD Dead Season 6 Finale. Thank you all so much for the love and support. I really do appreciate it. As always, let's get into this what if short now, shall we? The what if short begins with Alicia. We see Alicia in the bunker, and she sees something that really saddens her, and it raises the question, what is it that she's seeing? The next shot pans out where we see Strand. He's like on his horse, and he is just walking to somewhere, and he hears Morgan's message on the radio, and he's like, oh, give me a break, Morgan. Your way of doing things. What is going on now? My goodness. The next shot pans out where we see the scene between Daniel and Riley, and Riley's like, oh, come on, old man. Where's your spirit? After all, the end is the beginning. Daniel's like, oh, shut the fuck up about that, please. If I hear that come out of your mouth one last time, I swear, if it comes out of your mouth again, I'm grabbing my gun and I'm putting a bullet in your leg. And then I'm going to put one in your hand. And then the next one in your butthole. And then the second one in your leg. And in your arm. And then we'll see how much you love to talk and yap about all at the end of the beginning. Riley laughs and he's like... Oh, please, oh man, spare me your threats. And besides, what's to stop me from not coming out of these little handcuffs right here and blowing your head off? After all, you can't stop the nukes, and you can't just stop what's coming next. There's no way. Maybe that's something you can't accept now, can you? The next shot pans out, we'll see Strand again, and he enters the baseball stadium. And he just enters the stadium and notice there's no walkers anywhere. He just goes up the stairs, and he's just walking around the old baseball stadium. And he just gets reminded of all of the things he had before with Mess and Nick and the others. And Strand's like, starts to, tear up a little bit. Like, he starts to get upset. And then he continues walking down the hall. The next shot is back with Daniel and Riley's like, oh, come on, old man. Let's be honest here. If you were smart, which I hope to goodness you are, don't you think you would be smart enough to know and realize that the mole in this group is here all along? Wouldn't you be smart enough to know and realize that, well, maybe the spy you were looking for is right here, right in front of you this whole time? Daniel's like, what the heck are you talking about? What the fuck you talking about? Riley's like, oh, come on. How can you not see that the mole is here in this specific group? Let's be honest. You were never going crazy, Daniel. You were never going deaf. You were never going insane where you were losing your memories. No. You were actually correct that there was someone making you look bad. But here's the thing. You didn't know it until now. How convenient. Pretty crazy if you ask me. Daniel screams, stop the van. Stop the van! Althea's like, what is it? As we see the shot of Luciana, Althea, Wendell, Sarah, Charlie, and Wes, they are all in front of Daniel. And Daniel's like, this crazy piece of shit here claims that the spy is here. Althea's like, what are you talking about? Wait a second, you're gonna listen to that piece of shit? Riley's like, oh, please. We all know the mole was one of you people. Just admit it. Am I right, Daniel? And then Daniel just punches him in the face. Daniel grabs his gun and he's like, no one's leaving and no one's going back in that fucking van until we determine who the mole is. You understand? Althea's like, this is crazy. And Daniel's like, well, I'm crazier. And to be honest, I would rather be cautious than to go to sleep knowing that there's someone in this group who is a fucking traitor. So I suggest you all sit back, calm down, and whoever it is, the mole, please just reveal yourself now, because if not, well, there's going to be another issue. The next shot pans out where we see Dwight and Sherry, and Dwight and Sherry get off their horse, and they enter this house, and they're like going through the living room, but they don't check the whole house. They're just going through the living room, like areas like that. And then that's when Sherry's like crying, and she's like, I'm stupid. I've been stupid this whole time. I was too busy focused on the outcasts. I was so busy focused being with them that I didn't realize how much time we had left. I was being a jerk, Dwight. I was being a jerk to you. And I was trying to deny it. Dwight says it's okay. Listen, you just needed space. And Sherry's like, no, it's not okay. You spent so long looking for me. And in return, I was just being a bitch. I was being a jerk. And for what? So that we can die here? I'm sorry. Dwight grabs Sherry and Dwight's like, oh, it's okay. Listen. We're still here. We're fine. And how? Even if we do have a few minutes to live, why not just spend those minutes together as both Dwight and Sherry kiss? And then this guy comes out of nowhere with a baseball bat, and he's like, what the fuck are you people doing on my property? And then his wife comes in, and she's like, are you with that guy? And Dwight's like, wait, what are you talking about? What guy? And then the lady also, then like continues talking, saying like, oh, there was this weird dude and his friend. He kept blabbing on about something called the end is the beginning. Dwight introduces himself, and he's like, listen, we're not with those two idiots. We're not with those people. We're just searching the house, but we thought it was empty. But if you point us into the direction, like the right direction, we could find those idiots. What did they first off, what did they take from you? What did those two guys take from you? The guy says those two idiots took our bunker. It's like if you like move your head to the corner, right there, you can see the bunker right there, right next to that tree. But point being, those idiots have been in there for a few hours now. They said like, oh, if you don't come out of this bunker right now, we're gonna kill your kid. That's what they said. They pointed a gun right into my little girl's head. I had no other choice. I had to give up the bunker. It was either that or my daughter. It wasn't worth my kid's life. Sherry says, hey, it's okay. Dwight says, do you know where these assholes are? And the guy says, yeah, they're in the bunker. Dwight says, do you have like any flash bangs or smoke? The guy says, yeah, why? And then that's where Dwight comes up with this idea where Dwight grabs the bolt cutters, opens the door, and then that's where he opens one of the doors, and then that's when him and Sherry froze like the smoke in the bunker And then a few minutes later, both these guys come out. But then that's when Sherry and Dwight grab their guns and kill both of these guys. Dwight says it's clear as the family comes out with all of their supplies and stuff, and they all get in the bunker together. The next shot pans out where we see Teddy and Dakota getting out of the car. Teddy is like, "It's almost time," and Teddy's like, "I've been waiting for this day a long time, Sue. I've been waiting for this day a long time." The end is the beginning, and from there, a new seed will be planted and a new day will begin. It's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. But then that's where we hear this person, and it is revealed to be John Dory's father, and John Dory's father's like, "Yeah, well, it will happen when you're not in it." And then that's when Dakota also draws her gun, and then that's where we get June, and she's like, "Hello, Dakota." Dakota doesn't say anything, and then John Dory's dad's like looking at Dakota, and he's like, "So it was you, wasn't it? You took my son away from me. You want to know something, Dakota? I never got a chance to reunite with him. I never got a chance to tell him how much I loved him. You took that away. You took that away from me. You took it. You took it. You took that. You took my son. You took him. I'll never forgive you. I will never forgive you for taking my son from me. And I hope you do die. I hope you die, and I hope it hurts. And I hope it hurts even more. And I really do hope it happens to you, because my son didn't deserve to die. He deserved better. And he's going to get better today. When I kill you, Teddy." And then Teddy's like, "Oh, come on, officer. If you couldn't do it before, what makes you think you can do it now?" John Dory's dad says, "Well, now I'm prepared. Because back then I was not prepared, but now I am." Trust me, if you weren't scared in that little ass jail cell I put you in, Teddy, before, if you weren't scared then, I just hope you are now. Because today is the day you die. The next shot is back with Daniel and the others, and Riley is doing this thing with his handcuffs, and Rolly is also in the scene too, and Rolly's like, "The fuck are you doing?" And then that's where we get this scene of Riley. He just gets out in the handcuffs, and then he just punches Rolly in the face, and then he just kicks him on the floor. Daniel opens the door, pointing his gun at Riley, like, "Stop." And then that's when Riley's like, "Well, if you don't put your gun down, your friend's gonna die. And we both don't want that to happen now, do we? Go on, drop all your guns. Now, where this one here dies." Rolly whispers, saying, "Guys, don't do it. Don't do it." Riley's then like, "Well, Daniel, what's it gonna be?" As Daniel and the others put their guns down, as Riley still has Rolly at gunpoint, and then he's like, "The end is the beginning." Oh, please. I know you don't want to hear it, but unfortunately, it's something you're going to have to hear. And then he just pulls the trigger, killing Rolly. And then Daniel and the others scream no as they all fire their guns, firing at Riley, trying to kill him. But then that's where he gets the upper hand, and he just straight up runs in the woods. And they keep firing, but it's no good because they know by then Riley just got away. And Daniel is pissed. He is pissed off. We get this shot of Daniel, oh, not Daniel, but of Strand. He like enters this room, and it's revealed to be Madison's old room, but only this time it's decayed a little bit. Like, it's been a while since Stren has been back in that room, and there's like mold in like the bathroom, and it's just old. But Strand sees this tape. He puts it in the DVD player while the power is going in and off. And the video he's watching is an old video from back when Nick was alive. And in this video, Nick and Strand are like together. They are like planting tomatoes. And Nick's like, "Come on, Victor. Show some smile. Live a little bit." Victor's like, "Yeah, okay. Ha, very funny." And then Madison's like, "Come on, Victor. Come on. Dance with me." And Strand's like, "I'm not a dancer, Madison. Come on. I'm not a dancer." Alicia's like, "Come on, Victor, don't be a pussy. Don't be a chicken. Dance with her." And then Nick's like, "Come on, old man. You don't want to dance with a nice young lady?" Strand's like, "Fine, I'll do it. But you better not record it, Nick. You better not be driving that little camera there, because we all know the batteries are gonna die eventually." "All right, fine." "Yeah, the nice moods, Victor." Strand's like, "Ha ha, very funny. And yes, I see you, Alicia, recording. Yeah, I see you. I see you recording. You're just enjoying this, aren't you?" Nick's like, "Yeah, we are. It's actually pretty hilarious to see you smile for once." Victor's like, "Ha ha, very funny." Very funny, boy. As Strand tries, and because he knows and realizes he has no one, and Strand just screams in pain. "Gah!" And then that's when Strand finds this note. It's very old, but from what he sees on it, it says, "Madison to Victor." And in this scene, it's Madison speaking when the letter says this: "Dear Strand, you asked me once why I saved you from the dam. I mean, to be honest with you, a part of me wanted you to die. Part of me was like, let him die. But the truth is, I just couldn't bring myself to do it, because at the end of the day, I just cared about you as a friend. I didn't want to lose anybody else. I didn't want to lose another person I cared about, because at that point, I thought I lost my kids. But I just hope that one day you can change your ways, and that one day you can be a good person. I haven't done a lot of good things at all. Even before all this shit went down, I never did any good things. I just hope by saving your life, it can bring you peace, and that it can actually have a good effect on you. I hope you find happiness. Your friend, Madison Clark." And Strand just cries. The next shot pans out where we see Riley. He like enters this building, and he sees like this old bottle of water, and he starts drinking it. He then meets this person, and it's revealed to be Howard. Howard's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And then Riley's like, he lies and says his name's Justin when it's really not. He says, "My name's Justin. Just a random survivor, just walking on the road. What's your name?" This man says his name is Howard. Riley says, "Nice to meet you, Howard. I'm Justin." Howard is showing Riley the whole building, and Riley's actually pretty impressed. And Riley's asking Howard, like, "Damn, holy smokes, how on earth did you survive so long in this building?" Howard says, well, it wasn't just me all by myself. I also had help from other people. My group is downstairs on the second floor. It's not a group of big people. It's just a group of 12 people. Riley says, interesting. Very interesting. What are they doing? Like target practice or something? Howard's like, something like that. They're training how to kill walkers. And they're also just relaxing. Because, well, they figured since they saw that thing in the sky, they're like, well, why not train? Why not do all this stuff until the day comes when there won't be time for that no more? Riley says that's understandable. Very understandable. Not bad at all. Daniel has the next shot pans over. Daniel has his gun and he's like, you guys better start talking. You guys better start talking because we're not getting in that fucking thing until, someone starts talking. Charlie's like, Daniel's like, Charlie? Charlie's like, oh, please. You are idiots. All of you. Daniel's like, what are you talking about? Charlie? Charlie's like, I killed Nick. And the funny thing is, I don't regret it. Daniel's like, what? You what? You what? Charlie's like, yes, I did. And I don't regret it. I don't regret it. I do not regret it at all. And you want to know something else, Daniel? It was me. Yeah, that's right. I'm the one that made you look bad. Because at the end of the day, backstabbing people, killing people, it's who I am. It's all I'll ever be. Daniel points the gun at Charlie and asks Charlie why. Why would you do it? I was nice to you. I was nice to you. You want to know who you reminded me of? You reminded me of my daughter. I never got to say goodbye to my child. That's who you remind me of. How can you do this? How? Charlie says, because it's what I am. And unfortunately, there's nothing on this planet that can change that. And now we're all going to die together. We're all going to die. And then boom, that's when Daniel shoots Charlie in the head. And everyone is in complete and utter shock. But then that's when Daniel's like, just get in the fucking car. Just get in the car. Please. Althea's like, Daniel, are you? No. Let's just get in the car. They get in the vehicle as everybody drives away. The next shot is back with John Dory's dad, June, Teddy, and Dakota. And that's when Dakota's like, yeah, I killed your son. I don't regret it, because at the end of the day, he deserved it. He was probably going to snitch on me. And John Dory's dad's like, you keep my son's name out of your filthy mouth. Now. Dakota says, why? You were never there for him. Hell, where the fuck were you? Where were you? Everywhere he went, where were you? Nowhere. Because at the end of the day, old man, you were just too slow. John Dory's dad's like, shut up. Oh, yeah. Now that I think of it, he did mention you. He did mention you, and he just wanted to see you. John Dory's dad's like, shut up. And Dakota's like, well, it's a shame you'll never get to reunite now, is it? Such a shame. Such a filthy shame. What an old man he left behind. John Dory's dad screams, "Shut up!" And then, boom, that's when John Dory shoots Dakota multiple times in the stomach, and then that's when John Dory's dad shoots Dakota in the head. John Dory's dad then looks at June, and he says, "Goodbye, June." And then John Dory just drops his gun, and he just pushes Teddy off of the thing, and we get this crazy shot of John Dory's dad and Teddy falling down on the rocks. They're just falling and falling and falling, and they're just falling. The next shot is Strand going up the stairs until he gets to his destination. He gets to the roof, and he gets this feeling of that he's ready to die. And then, as Teddy and John Dory stop falling, we get this shot of Teddy and John Dory like on the ground, and as John Dory's dad is like trying to move, but there's like mad, like broken bones on them, on both of them. John Dory's trying his best to get up. Then that's where John Dory's dad grabs Teddy, and he starts choking him, and he's like, "Ah, ah," as Teddy's like, and John Dory's dad is like, "Ah, ah," as Teddy's like, Teddy is dead. As John Dory's dad collapses on the ground, and he knows that this is it. That the end truly is the beginning. As John Dory's dad closes his eyes, his last words are, "I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry. I failed you. I failed you. And this is what I deserve. I deserve to die." That's where we get the shot of June, and she screams, "John!" Then we get this shot of Rachel. Rachel's like, "June, come on, there's a bunker here. Hurry!" And then we hear this bark, and it's revealed to be coming from Rufus the dog. As June climbs down to the bunker, Rachel is carefully climbing down to the bunker. Like, she's climbing down with one hand, because on the other hand she's holding the baby. And then Rufus just jumps down, and then that's where June grabs Rufus, and then that's where Rachel climbs back up and closes the bunker. Next shot is back at the sub, and Grace just finished closing all the doors in the submarine, and Grace is looking at Morgan, and Grace says, "Oh, I love you," and Morgan says, "I love you too." And then that's where Grace out of nowhere just says straight up, "I can't be with you." And Morgan's like, "Why?" And then Grace is like, "You know why? Because I have radiation. I'm gonna die eventually, Morgan. It's bound to happen." Morgan's like, don't say that, okay? We're gonna get this radiation out of you." Grace is like, "No, you don't get it. You never gotten it. And I don't think you ever will. I don't want to live. I want to die. I just want to go." As Grace has skin in his hand, Morgan's like, "No, wait. And then Grace puts the gun to her own head, and then Grace says to Morgan, "Thank you for everything." And then, boom, she takes her own life as her body collapses on the floor of the sub. Morgan screams, "No! No, Grace, no, no, no." And then boom, the the bomb hits on the ground as we see the shot of the bomb filled with radiation just goes all over Texas. We get this crazy shot of all these characters dying. And then we get this shot of Daniel, Althea, West, Sarah, Wendell, and Rabbi Jacob all dying. Straight up. The last of the beginning characters are seen dying as well. We also get this sad shot of John Dory's dad dying as well, dying from the radiation. And then we also get this sad shot of Strand as he is falling down to his death. The radiation kills him, but then that's where his body hits the ground, taking his own life, ending his own Strand being dead. We also get this crazy shot of Daniel, Luciana, Althea, and everyone else as walkers. Howard screams, "Come on, we gotta get in the bunker," as Riley, Howard, and his group, they're in the bunker, they close it up real good, and then the radiation pours on their area, and they just hear the ground shaking, and then the radiation is also shaking at the place where Alicia's at. Like, the lights are going in and out. But then it just stops. And then that's when Howard opens up the bunker and Riley just comes out. We get this shot of Howard and Riley talking, and that's when Riley's like, "The end is here. It is right here. You see, Howard, my real name is not Justin. It's not Justin, it's Riley. Riley. Yes, that's my name. My old group, they had this belief called the end is the beginning. And now it's here. Because right now, Howard, it's my turn. Yes, it is my turn." Yeah! Then we get this final shot where Alicia is walking down like this dark like area in the bunker she's in. And then that's where she sees Madison as a walker. And then that's when a zombified Madison tries to bite Alicia on the arm, but then that's when Alicia grabs her knife and stabs her mom in the head. And then Alicia's crying, and then she just screams, "No!" And boom! That is the end of the Wedding Short. And yeah, I know that the ending was pretty dark, but it makes sense realistically for all these characters to die because of the whole radiation stuff. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, peace out.